Warning: this article contains potential spoilers for Game of Thrones Season 8. Like every run before it, Season 8 of Game of Thrones has been plagued by constant speculation, spoilers and alleged script leaks. While it is impossible to verify the legitimacy of the scripts leaked online, fans have been theorizing about what to expect in the finale. The HBO series is ultimately headed towards a massive showdown between the living and the dead as the Night King, played by Vladimir Ferdek, and his army of White Walkers march on Westeros. But which characters will survive this? Will the warring families of the Seven Kingdoms band together to defeat evil and save humanity? Or will they continue to fight each other, despite their common enemy? Who will be in the final battle of Game of Thrones Season 8? Who will die first in Game of Thrones Season 8? Cersei Lannister. Many fans of both the TV show and the A Song of Ice and Fire novels predict that Cersei, Lena Headey, will die at some point in the upcoming season. Her death was prophesied since her childhood when a witch, Maggie the Frog, rightly predicted the deaths of her 3 children. The prophecy also stated that she would be killed by the Valonqar. Valonqar means younger brother in High Valyrian, and Cersei has always suspected that Tyrion, Peter Dinklage, would kill her. However, even though they are twins, Jaime, Nikolai Coster-Waldau, was born second, which technically makes him her younger brother too. Will Arya and Gendry get married in Game of Thrones Season 8? It has long been predicted that Jaime, the Kingslayer, will kill his sister to stop her from destroying King's Landing, as he did previously with the Mad King. Another theory suggests that Cersei will die in childbirth in Season 8. In Season 7 it was suggested that she was pregnant again, but Maggie said that her 3 children will die, so Cersei may perish either before she gives birth to the next child or during childbirth. Also, Cersei has been at the top of Arya's, Maisie Williams, hit list for years now, so perhaps the Stark will fulfill her plans to get revenge for her family. A trained faceless assassin, perhaps Arya will disguise herself as Littlefinger, Aidan Gillen, to murder Cersei. Will Dylan Sprouse play Rhaegar Targaryen, Jon Snow? There are multiple theories surrounding the ultimate fate of Jon Snow, Kit Harington, at the end of the series. One plausible theory is that the King in the North will have to sacrifice himself by killing the Night King. This stems from Jon's resurrection by Melisandre Kyrus Van Houten in Season 6, and the theory that he is in fact Azor Ahai, as he came back from the dead. He is technically what's known as a Fire White, like Beric Dondarrion, Richard Dormer, who was brought back to life multiple times. In the books, Beric sacrifices himself so that Catelyn Stark, Michelle Fairley, who died in Season 3, can be brought back to life. According to legend, Azor Ahai defeated the Great Other with a sword called Lightbringer that was forged by him killing his wife Nissa with it. If the show reveals that Jon is Ahai, that could make Daenerys, Emilia Clarke, Nissa, who would die to allow Jon to defeat the Night King before he would sacrifice himself to bring her back to life. Will Game of Thrones release be brought forward ahead of 2019? Daenerys Targaryen. With the show having overtaken the books at this stage, fans can no longer look to the source material for hints about what's to come. The future of Daenerys, now that her and Jon have joined forces, is more ambiguous than ever. Last season ended with the two becoming intimate with each other, just as the audience found out she is in fact Jon's aunt. The series has repeatedly mentioned how Dany is infertile, leaving fans to predict that she may not be after all. She tells Jon, "The dragons are my children. They're the only children I'll ever have. Do you understand?" When will Game of Thrones Season 8 be released. Dany believes she is infertile due to the events in Season 1, when she asks Mirri Maz Duur, or Mia Soterio, to save Khal Drogo, Jason Momoa, when he is critically wounded. The Magi tells her only life can pay for death, and then pregnant Dany collapses only to wake up to learn the baby was born already dead. Some theories now suggest that the death of her dragon Viserion will reverse the curse, meaning she can get pregnant. Reddit user The Triple F speculated, bittersweet ending is that Dany gives birth to a child, maybe even twins, but dies in childbirth shortly after. Jon becomes king of the Seven Kingdoms, but loses another love of his life and raises his has the script for Game of Thrones Season 8 been leaked? When is Game of Thrones Season 8 released? Game of Thrones Season 8 will not be released until next spring at the earliest. Some reports suggest that it will be April next year. Assistant director of the series Jonathan Quinlan revealed some release date details when he posted a photo of a thank you note from the show's producers to the cast and crew following a 55-day battle shoot. Game of Thrones Season 8 cast. The note read, "When tens of millions of people around the world watch this episode a year from now, they won't know how hard you worked, so, a year from now, means that fans can look forward to the show returning next April." Game of Thrones Season 8 is expected to be released in April 2019.